Let's talk about some fun animal experiences that I have, at least the two that stand out most of all my time in the backcountry, and I happen to get them on video. Let's take a look at them next. This is coming from actually a viewer comment. That is EQ3282 is his YouTube name, her YouTube name, one or the other. Let's see, have you ever encountered a bear during a hike/backpacking trip? And to further that question, ever encounter an aggressive bear or other dangerous animal during an excursion? How'd you handle either situation? Well, I've come across bear scat and I've come across bear tracks, but I've never actually ran into a black bear out in the forest. That's the only kind of bears where I live are black bears. But I wanted to talk about two other instances and how I handled them. First, we'll start off with the porcupine. Those of you who have been around long enough and enjoy watching the backpacking videos in full are already aware of this, but I was out in an area called the High Uintas and I was doing some filming. I was on a solo backpacking trip. I turned around and thought, oh, there's something. I didn't know what it was. As it got closer, of course it was a porcupine, but I thought if I go down this direction, I'm going to get a good angle on him and get some really good video footage of him. Well, as it happens, we kind of met down there, but then he turned and started walking straight towards me. And he kept coming, and he kept coming, and I kept filming the whole time. What you doing there, little fella? What eventually happened, and I remember thinking about this, I'm thinking, how close is he gonna get? This was really interesting. He came all the way up, took his paw and actually put it on my foot.
That's just awesome.
So part of how you handle those type of situations is one, knowing the animals around you and what you should and should not do. Now, porcupines are not aggressive animals. They don't have good eyesight, so I don't know, maybe he thought I was a tree. I have no idea. But I wasn't too concerned about the porcupine. Again, that comes from that knowledge base of understanding the animals in your area. Now the second one, and this one had me pretty scared. It's coming down a trail and I kind of come around this little bend and there is a big bull moose. Now as bull moose go, it wasn't a huge one, but nevertheless, it's a big moose, all right? I don't care if it's a small bull moose or a big one. The thing's still big, but come around and he looks at me, I look at him. I'm a little too close in his zone. And what he does is he squares up with me. Well, take a look.
Shit. Go on now. Go on now. Son. Go on. Get. Although I do have some good footage of you. I think we're just kind of right in his way. There he goes, he's all right.
So you saw the video, what he does, he kind of squares up with me. He lowers his head and his ears lay back on his head. That is a sign of aggression with moose. So in this situation, what I did, this is one reason why I like to carry a gun with me. It was interesting because I was trying to film and get the gun out at the same time because I really want to get stuff on film. Now, had he been running, had he charged me, the filming of it, that's a whole different story. I would have dropped that camera in a heartbeat. But I did open my ribs pack, I did get my gun out, and that's actually where all the shaky footage is going on. And then you heard me talk to him, and if my memory serves correct, I kind of went into this weird nervous accent. I don't know why, but and just to kind of let him know, hey, look, I'm not here to hurt you, buddy. It's okay. And then he decided, whatever, you're not worth it. And he turned and went on his way. So how would I handle those situations? At least with an animal, it can cause some serious, serious damage. Yes, a porcupine is going to make it for a very unpleasant experience if it were to take its quills and stick you. The moose, it could get a lot worse. That's how I handled the situation. Had he come at me, yes, I would have opened fire. Actually, some of the things I was thinking is there a tree nearby that I could run behind and use that to create some space between us? It's interesting when you're in those situations, man, just all this stuff goes through your head. But yeah, those are the two most memorable experiences I've had with animals, aside from the really close-ups I've had with deer. Actually, twin moose. I'll just roll in very quick footage on this one. I just remembered I got real up close and personal with twin moose. Now again, understanding the animals, I was very observant for a long time before they approached me and knew likely that mom was not around. And I was continually scanning the area to make sure that she wasn't around. And it's not uncommon for moose at a certain age for the cow to actually leave the calves alone for the day and then come back. Not uncommon. That one just kind of happened. I happened to be in the right spot at the right time, and for whatever reason they weren't too worried about me, the two twins. But that was a very memorable experience too. So I guess that's a total of 3. Anyway, I thought I'd make a quick video about it. See ya.